Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Steph and today we are cleaning my kitchen, which, not gonna lie, took 3 attempts to do over 3 different days, but each time we get a little bit more done or we tackle an area that we didn't previously get to. And also, when I say we are doing the kitchen, we're also doing the dining area. So this first day is Friday, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Friday. And we start off, as always, by loading the dishwasher. Now, one of the jobs that my children get, like one of their chores, is to empty the dishwasher because I just hate it so much. It's like one of the tasks that I just do not like doing at all. So they always empty it for me, and I normally find that if they haven't done that, it's really hard for me to then get going because the first thing I always start with pretty much is loading the dishwasher. So if it's not empty, then it just kind of stops my whole motion, if that makes sense. But on this day, it was empty, and that's what we start with. And then I have that little doom pile on the end of the counter that we don't get to that. I need to do it at some point. I tried to show you guys what was in that bowl, but when I was editing, I realised because all of the light is behind me in the window, you couldn't see inside the bowl anyway, so that's why I didn't slow it down. But yeah, I did have my hair down originally, but it was just annoying me when I was cleaning, so I tied it back. And yeah, I don't actually know what I'm going to talk about in this video because for anybody that didn't see it, I went live last night. So usually I upload these videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, but I had a very busy week and I mean, I've complained a lot of the last few videos that I've been in a lot of pain. Today is a really good day. Like, I feel like I'm feeling very positive about this week. I'm not in as much pain. It's back to a much more manageable level. And so I feel like we're going to be productive. But at the time that I was doing this clean and recording this video, I was still in pain, and so that's why it took like 3 attempts to get this kitchen done. And then because my son was home with chickenpox and I was spending a lot of time with him and just had some other stuff going on, I never really got to finishing this video and editing it. So that's why I didn't have a video to release yesterday, which was Sunday. And so I went live instead. But because I went live and talked for about an hour and a half, I don't know what I'm going to talk about now. Yeah, I guess what I was doing, like, I'll just repeat some stuff in case, people didn't watch the live and don't want to go back and watch it. That's totally fine. Some of you might just be here, for the actual cleaning and want to know about that, I guess. Anyway, how does everybody else get grease off of a tray before cleaning it? Because I've seen people make like bird feed balls using the grease off of trays. Are you supposed to like do something while the grease is still liquid, or do you wait until it's hardened and then scoop it up? I normally just like go over it with a paper towel and then put the paper towel in the bin. This is me questioning if I want to continue today, but I do. We move on and we get the sink clean and some of the dishes done. Now, for anybody that who's been watching me for a while, you'll know I hate dishes. And I had said a few videos back that when I was camping, my husband was staying at home and he was going to get a few jobs done, including like all of the dishes that were sitting there. He ended up not getting to the dishes. He did some other stuff that also needed done. And because we came back a day early, I said, "Oh, just leave them and I'll get them the next day." And that didn't happen. This is about a week after that. But yeah, we're finally getting to the dishes. And you will all be pleased to know that by the end of this video, pretty much all of the dishes are done. I wanted to say all of the dishes, but there is one dish that is left, and that is because I physically can't open it. It's a ball, and the lid is just, like, I just can't get it open. That's the only thing that's left. So don't worry, persevere watching this and you will get to see a job done to completion. It just takes a few attempts. What is it that they say? 3rd try lucky? That's kind of where we're at on this. And 3 is actually my favourite number. It's like, I just find it a lucky number. I've said a few times I really love the program Charmed. And if anybody's watched that, it's a program from the 90s, early 2000s, and it's about 3 witches, and the like symbol is a Celtic symbol called a triquetra, which means mind, body and spirit interlinked. And I kind of talked about it a little bit in one of my videos because that was the first ever tattoo I got, was that symbol. And I don't know, they just say, you know, bad things happen in threes, and you put energy into the world and it comes back threefold, and I just feel like 3 is a magical number, and it's my favorite number. So yeah, I tend to, when I'm washing trays and things, use running water, and what I do is I go over it with a scourer and then I go over it with soap and a sponge. It's probably not the most effective way to clean them, and people say all the time, oh, you can put like pots and trays and things in your dishwasher, but my dishwasher, it's like Tetris. If you don't put things in it in a certain way, it just doesn't wash them, because of it's not just got jets, it's got like these spinning plastic blades, and if you put something in even the teeniest bit in a way that it doesn't like, the blades just get jammed and then it doesn't work properly. So that's why I always end up with a pile of dishes, even though I do put dishes in the dishwasher, I still end up with a pile of dishes. Also, that scour on the bunker totally looked like a toad. I don't know if that was just my mind. Okay, so this is quite possibly the next day. No, this is 100% the next day. This is on the Saturday now. Even though I've got the same outfit on, it is the next day. I often wear an outfit twice before I wash it, just to cut down on the washing. And I know it's the next day because Lily is home and she's in her jammies, even though this is afternoon. Yeah, so again, loading the dishwasher, the kids have emptied it and now we can refill it. I've tried to mix up the angles a little bit. First of all, to remind me which day we're on, and second of all, so that it's not just you guys watching the same thing. Also, what is all over that floor? So I don't know what these are called, but it's like the Hawaiian, I want to say, necklace or wreath that you wear that's like made of the flower petals, you know, the fake ones. I want to say it's like a aloha or something, but I think that's incorrect. I don't know. Anyway, my daughter got one of those from nursery and then it broke. And so now the plastic or material petals are all over the floor, so we're going to sweep them up. So yeah, fill in the dishwasher. I'm going to then put away those other dishes, and I don't wash the rest of the dishes on this day, I'm not going to lie. I moved to the dining area part of the kitchen though, and we get that done. So like I say, on each attempt of doing this kitchen, because it's a little bit better each time, it lets me focus on something different each time. So I do the dishes in parts, you know, I do the dining room area. We even get to, do you know all that stuff that's sitting on the cooker hood? We get to that gets put away. Yay. We even clean a windowsill. Like, who are we? But yeah, it is over 3 days. And at the time that I'm doing this voiceover, it is Monday afternoon. I'm doing this voiceover and I'm going to upload the video for this evening. And then I need to quickly like panic clean because I've got a tradesperson coming, which again, I mentioned that in the live. I've got a tradesperson coming to quote me for some odd jobs around the house, like replacing the bath silicone. So you guys will have seen me try to clean that. It didn't work. It definitely needs replaced. A few of you commented. I think Petra, I don't even know if I say your name correctly, but you commented about your husband who's in the trade, and he recommended, you know, just getting it replaced because it's in that silicone now, it won't come off. So yeah, gonna get him to do that because I can't do it because the taps are too close to the wall. I can't even get behind it to clean it, never mind like replace the silicone. Oh yeah, we get to the oven on this day. Do you know, we have been so bad the last, I don't know, I want to say half week with food because we've not really been cooking. We have either ate out or had takeaways. So like last night I had Chinese food, which was great because I did a free clean yesterday and I did not want to cook, and my husband has a busy day on a Sunday, so he didn't want to cook. So we got Chinese, but the best part is that I had the leftovers today for my breakfast/lunch. So that's probably why I'm feeling so good, because who doesn't love Chinese leftovers? Anyway, so I've had that today. And then the day before we went out with my in-laws for dinner, and then I think the day before that my daughter had a friend round and she was like, can we just get a takeaway? So I think we got a chippy. And then I feel like we did something the day before that as well. Oh yeah, what did I do? I was cleaning. I did a free clean that day. And oh, I don't know. I can't remember. Either way, haven't been cooking. So I cleaned this cooker on Saturday and then we don't use it again. So when I went to clean the kitchen again today and finish it off, I didn't have to clean that, which was great. So because it's a good week, and I'm hoping it remains a good week, and I have a lot of free time. I'm only really busy on Wednesday and then Saturday because I'm doing a clean on that day. The rest of the week I'm pretty free. Kai is back at school, so I've got some peace and quiet. So I have a list of stuff that I want to get done. If you weren't in the live, you'll know that you'll not know, but the plan is release this video today because I didn't release one yesterday, and then release a members only video this week, as well as the usual Wednesday video. So there might be 2 videos on Wednesday, and if you're a member, you'll be able to watch the members only one, which will be like really gross areas of my house. That's the plan. So I'm about to do the panic clean, which I'll probably record because I'm already cleaning and I've already got my phone, so I might as well. And then I have all my clothes to put away, but I'm not just going to put them away. I need to declutter them. So I'm hoping I'm going to have some back footage after this week. That's the plan. That way, when I'm having a not so great week, I actually have some footage to show you guys. So there's a few areas in my house that I 100% need to tackle and declutter. So for example, those suitcases are sitting in my dining area because I don't have anywhere to put them, because the place where I would normally put suitcases is like filled with a lot of stuff that I need to get rid of. And when I say get rid of, I don't know if I've said this already or if I just said it in a comment, but somebody had requested, decluttering and watching me take stuff to the donation place. And I think it's because I decluttered the books off the bookshelf and then my daughter was playing with them. They didn't make it out of the house immediately. And there was something else. I think the kids' toys, when I decluttered them, they then sat in my car for God knows how long. But the reason is because I cannot take things to like charity shops. It just causes me a lot of anxiety. So I need my husband, and same with like going to the dump or the tip, whatever, the recycling centre, whatever you guys call it. But I can't do it. It's too much pressure. Like I just feel like I'm being watched, and it's like, I don't know, it just makes me really anxious. Like I panic about where I've got to put the car and if there's nowhere to park, and it's just a whole thing. And it's something I struggle with. So with the toys that were in my car, in the end my husband moved them to his car and he took them for me. And then with the books, I got him to take them to the charity shop as well. And then me and Danielle have sorted out some of those Kalax cubes, and there was a bag of stuff that I wanted to donate, but I needed my husband to look through it first because there was a few things in there that I was like, okay, he's not used this in such an amount of time, so I feel like it could go. And so I put it in the bag, but because it was his, I wasn't just going to get rid of it. So I says, go through this and see if there's anything, that you don't want to like get rid of. But between him and Madison, they tried to keep most of what was in the bag. If it was there was something in there that he was like, oh, we could totally use this. And I was like, you were gifted that 4 years ago and you've never touched it. And so I says, okay, well, if you don't get that on the wall like this week, it is going in the donation. I was so hard, guys. And then there was something else, and oh, there's the phone notification, sorry. And there was something else in the bag. I can't remember what it was. But Madison was like, oh, sorry, I'm just going to mute it so it's not too disruptive. That was actually not my normal group chat either. That was Danielle. Anyway, so there was something else in the bag, and Madison came and says, oh, Pete says that I could have this. And I was like, why are you redistributing the stuff that I'm trying to get out of the house? So in the end, I was like, no, that's enough. You two get out of the bag. You're no longer allowed to go through the bag. This stuff is leaving the house. This stuff has been in here for literally years and nobody has blinked at it. And then the second I try and get it out of this house, they all want it. So Yeah, it was funny. And like I was trying so hard to like have a serious face on when I was like, because they gang up on me, guys. And I was trying so hard to have this serious face, like, no, this is leaving the house. And literally my daughter just laughed at me. I was like, I'm being serious right now. Anyway, so yeah, that's the whole thing with the donation stuff. So he takes it out of the house for me. So that's why sometimes it doesn't make it out of the house immediately, because, you know, typical guy, say they're going to do something and then they do it eventually. It just takes them a while. So sometimes things will sit for a long time, and I can't even complain because of how long it takes me to do everything. And I don't mind. My husband does so much anyway. But yeah, this is now the third day. You probably figured by the outfit change. And I still need to wash my hair. That is on the agenda for today, but it might end up being a tomorrow morning thing, depending on how long it takes me to get everything else done that I want to do. And I forgot what I was wanting to say to you guys before I went on the side rant of the donation bags. Oh yeah, so I was talking about the different areas that I need to do. So I need to do that big cupboard where the suitcases can go. When I put all my clothes away, because I have a lot of clothes. Also, you will have noticed that on this day when I cleaned the table, that all the kids' clothes have been put away. There was a lot of like clothes on that table to be put away because I did a whole ton of washing. Anyway, so then I need to put my clothes away, but I need to declutter them. And so that's probably going to be a video all of itself. That might even be Wednesday's video, because I don't know if I'm actually going to have time to do much in the house before this tradesperson comes. And do you know that used to stress me out so much, like, and it still does. Like, I still get really anxious about people coming to my house when it's a mess. But also I feel like this channel is really helping with that. And I'm just like, okay, so I definitely need to clean my entryway, and I just need to do like maybe 5 minutes tidy up in the living room. The kitchen is done because you're watching me do it right now. It gets done. And then there's maybe a couple of things to do around upstairs. It just depends, because I need to kind of show him all the different things I need him to do. But also, I'm hoping to establish a good relationship with this guy. You know, he's local, he's a new business, he's a handyman, and me and my husband are not DIY-y. I don't know if that's how you would say that. So I'm like, okay, I need to get this guy on board, and he's going to come to my house to do jobs, and the house isn't going to be perfect. So I don't want to set false expectations at the beginning. So yeah, that's kind of my mindset right now. You can tell I'm in a good mood, because if I was not in a good mood, it would be like full on panic mode. But I'm feeling good. I feel like the kitchen is my linchpin. Well, actually, the dining room is. When the dining room's a mess, it's hard to keep the rest of the house clean. And it has been stressing me out quite a lot, that those suitcases, and there's been so much washing in the dining area, because I like it when it's a nice, open, clear space. And because there's been so much in there, it hasn't felt like that. And that's why the rest of the house has kind of tumbled a little bit. But now that the floor's clear and the bunkers and stuff are clear, I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm not going to be that stressed if he comes to my house. Then it's like exactly as it is right now, apart from the entryway. Definitely going to need to do that. Which, like I say, I probably will just record, and then maybe that'll be back footage. Maybe it'll be footage I don't use. Who knows? We'll see. So yeah, just giving the bunkers another wipe down. They didn't really need it as much. I think it was just the stuff from making toasties and sandwiches and that kind of thing. I don't bother with the cooker again, like the stovetop, because like I say, I did that on the Saturday, and then we haven't actually cooked since then, apart from using like the George Foreman and stuff in the oven. So yeah, don't need to do any of that. That little doom pile is still sitting there, but I think once I declutter some other spaces around the house, I'll figure out where they can go. And then the stuff on top of the cooker hood, that's been sitting up there because it didn't have a home to go to. But because me and Danielle cleared out some of those Kallax cubes, and also I do have the footage for that, but I'm not sure if it's usable footage, because Danielle's daughter was with us and she kept going in and out of frame. And I thought, oh, it's fine, I'll be able to blur her out, because there's a feature on YouTube that lets you do that. But I attempted that feature when in the camping video, and it really wasn't that good. So I'm not sure how accurate. I might need to find a different app for that. But anyway, so now that we cleared out those cubes, there is space for that stuff to go, because that's kind of stuff for when I have the mums around and we do like themed activities. So now I have like a designated box for like themed dinner dates kind of thing. Anyway, moving on to the dishes. Also, what you didn't see is off camera, I have been doing more loads of washing and hanging up washing and stuff like that. Also, I did buy pegs to hang washing out, and then it's basically rained every day since then, apart from it always seems to be really good weather when me and Danielle are doing our free cleans. It's like, this is just so typical. It's like when you work in an office and it's absolutely gorgeous weather the entire time you're at work, and then the second you have a day off, it like pours down. That's what it feels like. Yeah, washing my dishes, not really rinsing them. So just before I get any comments about not rinsing dishes, yep, I don't really do that. Occasionally I do if something's really sudsy, or the thing is, like, the soap, it's not that soapy. And then also it drips off of the dish anyway. And then I don't think I've ever actually in my entire life picked up a dish and went to eat or drink from it and been able to taste the soap. If I feel like if that's the case, you're either using too much soap or the wrong kind of soap. Anyway, I also had to get rid of those flowers that had been on the windowsill since Mother's Day. I'm so bad at looking after flowers, even like bouquets of flowers. I don't change the water enough or clean out the water enough, and then it just ends up really gross and the flowers die really quickly, but then also they stay there dead for who knows how long. This is actually good for me. Normally the petals are dried out and fallen off before I move them. And look, I clean a windowsill as well. It was so funny, I was doing this and then I panicked thinking I hadn't pressed record, but I had. So I was glad. Anyway, we are kind of nearing the end of the video, and it's always at this point that I'm like, oh yeah, I need to tell people to like and subscribe and all of that stuff. I really need to remember and start doing that at the beginning of the video, because not everybody makes it to the end, and that's okay. Anyway, if you have made it to the end and you quite like my ramblings, if you don't, then, I mean, mute them and just watch the cleaning. We do technically get some stuff done. Anyway, it's realistic cleaning at its finest, and if you do like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. It is totally free to subscribe. Not everybody on YouTube knows that. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. All it does is tell YouTube that you like this kind of content and will show you more of this kind of content. And turn on your bell notifications so that you are notified when I post videos. Here is the finished result. This is what my kitchen looks like right in this moment of time. Those dishes are drying, and then my kids will put them away. The dishwasher is on, the washing machine is on, the tumble dryer is on, and I have washing hung up. That's washing that needs to be folded. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.